There are several jobs in both general industry and construction where inhaling airborne contaminants is a major hazard to workers. When engineering and administrative controls are found not to be feasible, then respiratory protection should be implemented. What up, workforce? I'm Destry with JJ Safety, and today we're talking about respiratory protection. Respirators are used to protect against airborne hazards which potentially cause both acute and chronic effects, such as mesothelioma, cancer, silicosis, and death. Some of the respiratory hazards a worker may face on the job include harmful dust like lead, silica, and asbestos, fumes and smoke such as welding fume and carbon monoxide, biological hazards such as tuberculosis, whooping cough, and flu viruses, gases and vapors, and oxygen deficiency. Before relying on a respirator, the following things should be considered. Is it possible to eliminate the toxic material or substitute a less toxic material? Is it feasible to enclose or confine operation? And is it sufficient to install general or local exhaust ventilation to make the job safer? A respirator is required when employees are exposed to airborne contaminant concentrations that exceed or have the potential to exceed occupational exposure limits, the employer requires employee to wear a respirator, and the atmosphere does not contain sufficient oxygen. Respirators work by either filtering particles from the air, chemically cleaning the air, or supplying clean air from an outside source. There are two types of respirators. Air purifying respirators remove the contaminants from the air you breathe by drawing it through contaminant-specific filters, cartridges, or canisters. Atmosphere supplying respirators provide the user with air from a source independent of the work area, such as an air tank. Respirators must be selected to match the specific contaminants, and they must be worn and fit properly to provide protection. All workers must do a fit test before donning a respirator to ensure a tight seal. Respirators must be inspected before and after every use. Following each use, respirators should be cleaned, disinfected, and stored according to the manufacturer's instructions. Maintenance procedures include the following. Ensure all parts are clean and working properly. Check for proper filter selection and placement. Check all components for any damage and replace if necessary. And tighten loose clamps and connectors. Follow these general safety precautions if you're using a respirator on the job. Use the proper respirator, cartridges, or canisters for the intended contaminants. Do not wear a respirator with any facial hair that could disrupt the respirator seal with the face. Follow the proper schedule for cartridge and canister replacement. Inspect your respirator before each use. Clean your respirator after each use. Store your respirator in a sealed container. Use only NIOSH-approved respirators. Read manufacturer's instructions before use. Perform a user seal check after donning, and only use the respirator you have been fit tested for. It's important to know the type of airborne contaminants in your work environment. Know when a respirator is required. Make sure it fits and take good care of it. More information can be found in OSHA's 29 CFR 1910.134 and 29 CFR 1910 Subpart I. Always follow your company's policies and procedures. For more information, visit us online at jjsafetyllc.com or call us at 866-627-3850.